Welcome to the Englishstorywell channel, your ultimate destination for captivating stories that enhance your English learning journey. Here, we believe that stories are not just a form of entertainment, but a powerful tool to improve your language skills. Let's go to started.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Improve Your English Through Story. Today, we have a special story for you called The Enormous Nose. Will help you improve your English skills in a fun and interactive way. So, sit back, relax, and enjoy this. Once upon a time, in a charming little village, there lived a man named Peter. Peter was known far and wide for one very unusual feature, his enormous nose. Peter's nose was so large that it often got in the way of his daily activity. Despite this, Peter was a kind and cheerful person. He loved to help his neighbors and was always ready with a smile. One day, Peter was helping his neighbor, Mrs. Hill, carry a heavy basket of apples. Mrs. Hill was very grateful for Peter's assistance. "Mrs. Hill, thank you so much, Peter. You are always so helpful." "Peter, you're welcome, Mrs. Hill. I'm happy." Peter lived in a quaint cottage at the edge of the village, enjoyed reading books and tending to his garden. One evening, while reading a book in his garden, Peter heard a commotion coming from the village square. Curious, Peter walked to the village square. There, he saw a crowd gathered around a tall, elegant woman. "Ladies and gentlemen, I am Madame Zola, the famous fortune teller. I can see into your future and reveal your deepest secrets." The villagers eagerly lined up to have their fortunes told. Madame Zola's presence was causing quite a stir in the usually quiet village. Peter, intrigued by the excitement, decided to approach Madame Zola as well. "Peter, hello, Madame Zola. Can you tell me something about my future?" Madame Zola, smiling, "Of course, dear Peter. Let me see." Madame Zola gazed into her crystal ball, her eyes narrowing as she concentrated. "Madame Zola, I see something very special about you, Peter. Your enormous nose is not a curse, but a gift. It will lead you to a great adventure." Peter, surprised, "A great adventure? How, Madame Zola?" Peter walked home, pondering Madame Zola's words. How could his enormous nose lead him to a great adventure? The next morning, Peter woke up feeling curious and excited. He decided to take a walk in the forest to clear his mind. It was peaceful, with birds singing and a gentle breeze rustling the leaves. As Peter walked, he noticed a faint, sweet smell in the air. Peter, sniffing the air, "What is that delightful smell? Seems to be coming from deeper in the forest." Peter followed the scent, his enormous nose leading the way. After a while, he came across a clearing with a beautiful, sparkling pond. The pond was surrounded by vibrant flowers and tall, majestic trees. Peter approached the water and saw something glimmering at the bottom. Peter, curious, what could that be? Peter reached into the pond and pulled out a golden key. It was intricately designed and looked very old. "Peter, this key must unlock something important. I wonder what it could be." Peter continued his walk, holding the key tightly. He felt a sense of excitement and anticipation. As Peter walked, he stumbled upon an old, abandoned castle hidden deep within the forest. The castle looked mysterious and intriguing. "Peter, maybe this key unlocks something in the castle. I must find out." Peter entered the castle and began exploring its dusty halls. The air was thick with the scent of history and secrets. After wandering through the castle, Peter found a locked door with an ornate keyhole. He felt a surge of excitement as he realized the golden key might fit. Peter, nervously, "Here goes nothing." Peter inserted the key into the keyhole and turned it. The door creaked open, revealing a hidden room filled with treasures. The room was filled with gold, jewels, and ancient artifacts. Peter could hardly believe his eyes. Peter, amazed, "This is incredible. Zola was right. My nose led me to a great adventure." As Peter explored the hidden room, he discovered a map. The map showed the location of more hidden treasures throughout the forest. Peter, excited, "This is just the beginning. There are more adventures waiting for me." Peter returned to the village and shared his discoveries with the villagers. They were amazed and grateful for Peter's bravery and curiosity. Villager, thank you, Peter. You have brought excitement and treasure to our village. Peter, it was my pleasure. Remember, sometimes our unique features can lead us to incredible adventure. Peter's story teaches us that our unique traits can be a source of strength and adventure. By embracing who we are, we can achieve great things. We hope you enjoyed today's story. The next day, Peter woke up early and decided to take a walk around the village. As he walked, he greeted everyone with a warm smile. Mrs. Green, good morning, Peter. How are you today, Peter? Good morning, Mrs. Green. I'm doing well, thank you. Your garden looks beautiful, Mrs. Green. Thank you, Peter. Would you like to help me plant some flowers, Peter? I would love to. Peter spent the morning helping Mrs. Green plant flowers. They worked together, chatting and enjoying the fresh air. Mrs. Green, thank you so much, Peter. The garden looks wonderful, Peter. You're welcome, Mrs. Green. It was fun helping you. Mr. Johnson, hello, Peter. Could you give me a hand with this fence? Peter, of course, Mr. Johnson. What do you need help with, Mr. Johnson? This fence is broken, and I need to fix it. Can you hold the boards while I hammer them in place? Peter held the boards steady while Mr. Johnson hammered them in place. Together, they repaired the fence quickly. Mr. Johnson, thanks, Peter. I couldn't have done it without you, Peter. No problem, Mr. Johnson. To help, Peter continued his walk to the town square. There, he saw a group of children playing. They were trying to build a kite but were having trouble. Child, hi, Peter. Can you help us build this kite, Peter? See what we need to do. Peter showed the children how to build the kite step by step. He helped them tie the sticks together and attach the string. Child, wow, Peter. The kite looks great, Peter. Now, let's see if it flies. Children ran with the kite, and it flew high in the sky. They laughed and cheered, thanking Peter for his help. Child, thank you, Peter. This is the best kite ever. Peter, you're welcome. I'm glad you like it. Peter walked to the community center, where a bake sale was happening. He saw Mrs. Turner, who was organizing the event. Mrs. Turner, hi, Peter. Would you like to help with the bake sale? Peter, of course, Mrs. Turner. What can I do, Mrs. Turner? Could you help set up the tables and display the baked goods? Peter helped set up the tables and display the baked goods. He arranged cookies, cakes, and pies, making sure everything looked nice. Mrs. Turner, thank you, Peter. The bake sale looks fantastic now. Peter, you're welcome, Mrs. Turner. I'm happy to help. The bake sale was a big success. People bought baked goods and enjoyed the event. Mrs. Turner was very grateful for Peter's help. Mrs. Turner, we raised a lot of money today. Thank you for your help, Peter. Peter, I'm glad I could help. It was a fun day. As the evening approached, Peter decided to head home. The town was glowing with lights, and everything looked peaceful. Peter arrived home and relaxed in his living room. He felt happy and content, knowing he had helped many people that day. Peter, thinking, today was another good day. Helping others makes me feel fulfilled and happy. Peter prepared for bed and reflected on his day. He thought about the smiles and gratitude of the people he had helped. Peter, thinking, kindness and helpfulness can make the world a better place. I will continue to do my best every day. With these positive thoughts, Peter turned off the light and went to bed. He looked forward to another day of helping others and spreading kindness. Peter's story shows us that even small acts of kindness can make a big difference. By being kind and helpful, we can create a positive impact in our communities. We hope you enjoyed today's story. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and hit the bell icon to stay updated with more tips and stories to help you improve your English. Thank you for watching, and see you next time. Whether you're a beginner or an advanced learner, Our carefully curated stories cater to all levels, making learning English enjoyable and effective. Join our community of language enthusiasts and let the magic of storytelling transform your learning experience. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell to stay updated with our latest videos. Dive into English Storywell, where every story is a step towards mastering English.